Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Coffee with Eddie. My name's Eddie Campos with Eddie's home team of RE/MAX Preferred Associates. Let's go inside and see who today's guest is. Thanks for tuning in again. We're back with Nicole Khoury. Last week we spoke about how Nicole's upbringing had influenced her to be where she is today. There's something else that influenced you a lot. Music was a part of your life growing up, correct?
Absolutely, yep.
And that was the whole family?
That was the whole family. So on my mother's side, everybody was trained piano players. Everybody was always in the choirs, the show choirs. We were always the accompanists for the choirs. On my dad's side of the family, everybody's extremely great vocalists. We were, aside from my father going to Woodward, everybody in my family went to Bowser. And so I always say we had somebody from the time Bowser opened until the last year of the old school, which was, I think, 2006, I think. I might be wrong on that. I can't remember when my sister graduated at this point. I got too many of them. But there was somebody in my family every single year. And we were all very active when it came to music. My dad is a really, really great guitar player and harmonica player. I started playing the piano when I was 5 years old.
Wow.
We all took piano lessons, and then I ended up picking up the guitar, not till I was 30.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't until I was 30. It wasn't until
Is that when Arctic Clam started?
So yeah, so we had, I played acoustic with a couple different acts, and nobody that I felt confident enough to sit there and like, can I fumble around with the 4 chords I know on a guitar? Yeah. And then my guitar player, Mick, it would have been in 2005 that he joined, and it was just me and him, him and me. And he was like, okay, he was a teacher, so he was like, okay, pick it up, let's do this. These are the chords I know, you can play along with the song. And then it would turn into watch my fingers and do this, and that's how I learned how to play the guitar. So yeah, so then from there, the full band kind of developed after that about a year later. So that was how it all started.
So was that a journey you wanted to have happen, or just kind of naturally progressed?
It wasn't any of the above. I worked at the very, very original Jed's in the late 90s and early 2000s. That was the one behind, it was the old Josephine's in Perrysburg. It was one behind Frickers in Perrysburg. And I remember Jonathan Borelli and Bobby May, who are still playing together to this day, used to go up there. And I remember I was waitressing and somebody, Bobby McGee, something along the lines of that, and it was like, hey, come up and sing with us. Somebody said you could sing, and I'm like, wow, I can't sing. Okay, fine, I sang. I was never the singer. My sister Nina is a brilliant vocalist, completely different than me.
Really?
I'm the Janis Joplin, she's the Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
She would be all over singing the national anthem at professional sporting events and all kinds of things. I, to this day, don't like singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
So for somebody to have me sing was like, okay, I guess I'll go do it, because I was used to being the accompanist. And then I did, and then it was like, oh, hey, you've got some pipes, let's keep going.
Yeah.
And so I would always be guest things like that until one day Jonathan Borelli said, hey, do you want to play a gig with me? I was like, I don't know if I can do that. And we did, and up at the Village Idiot, and we played a gig, and then we kind of started, and then it turned into something from there with other people. So
it makes sense that the journey continues on with Acoustics Through Autism.
Absolutely.
Through the Village Idiot.
Yep.
That is amazing. So music, it has to be a great stress reliever for you.
Absolutely, that's the reason I do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm almost 45 now. My husband is 53, although he looks like he's 35. We're tired. And I'll tell you what, COVID taught us a lot. Like those 2 years of not having the 10 to 2 gigs and the 9 to 1 gigs, and having a Friday night or a Saturday night home alone, and like you're like there and you're enjoying yourself. We're very lucky right now. Our lineup, we play with 3 professional musicians who all have other gigs going on. So for us, it's really nice because we're not trying to do the every weekend thing. We're trying to do really specific events and gigs in certain bars that we enjoy playing, so that it becomes it continues to be a stress release and not a job. For a while there, it felt like it was a job, and it does. I mean, we're a little bit older than everybody else anymore, and it's hard anymore. It really is. So
10 to 2, that's a rough time. So in my career, it's the same thing, which I've put a pause on a lot of my musical playing, just because if I'm playing till 2 a.m. and we've got to tear down, the head's not going on the pillow till about 4 a.m.
Yep.
And then
that's if you don't stop for breakfast.
Yeah,
afterward,
exactly.
right?
And then sometimes you still got to get up and start. And then for me, I
Right.
got to show houses by
Yep.
9 a.m. sometimes.
Yep.
So it gets to be a challenge.
It does, and I mean, I think for us, for my husband and I, it's not a job. It's a hobby that we really, really enjoy. And you want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
And the minute that you start feeling like it's a job is when,
Exactly.
and I don't want to throw in the towel. I'm not ready
Right.
to throw in the towel with
Right.
it. He'd probably disagree with me. I think he wants to sometimes. But then he gets really excited when
Yeah.
we learn new material and we have new
Right.
things going on.
Yeah.
So it's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again for tuning in with us, and we'll be back next week with more from Nicole Khoury. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Coffee with Eddie. We're here to talk to my friend Tiffany over at the Appliance Center. And Tiffany, you've got a great special going on with the Crosley Conservador. What's happening here?
Yes, so this is an entry-level whirlpool. It is actually made here in Ohio, in Clyde. The set is under $1,000. It does come with a 1-year warranty, or you can purchase an extended 5-year warranty for each piece for $149.
Okay. Or if you're someone who just bought your first home, you're looking
And
to
you're
fill it
looking
up,
for
you need
something
a
to
washer
start
and
out.
dryer, this is a great place to start.
Absolutely, yes.
That's awesome. So if someone needed to have service done, you guys also service as well,
We
correct?
do. We have our service department. We do service all the products that we do sell.
So great product, available right away, can be delivered. You guys can service in-house, made in Ohio, fantastic price.
Yes.
Come and
very,
see.
very affordable option.
Very affordable
Yes,
option.
Yes.
Come and see Tiffany. So if you're looking for a new washer and dryer, this is the place to be. Appliance Center on Illinois Avenue in Maumee, or you can find them in Sylvania on Monroe Street. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next month.